I felt very vulnerable.
Hatim Mercy says he had an entire life savings stolen in a cryptocurrency investment scam.
The message on WhatsApp was from someone who said their name was Katharina and offered to help and teach James how to invest in crypto.
If you thought worrying about the wild swings in the value of cryptocurrency was stressful, wait until you hear about the scams. Stealing it can be so lucrative that even non-cyber criminal types are going digital, trying to cash in on the gold rush as more and more unsuspecting consumers dip their toes into crypto.
We focus solely on the social engineering that the bad actors use to steal from vulnerable investors in crypto.
There is an uptick in the total value received by criminals at about $14 billion total received from all different illicit actors.
You just want to make yourself not a vulnerable and easy target. The more difficult, the less likely they're going to be to target you.
So just how secure is crypto for the average person?
Now that blockchain and cryptocurrencies are mainstream and they're accepted as mainstream, a lot of older people and technically naive people, I think that they have a fear of missing out and they want to get involved. And the criminals know this, the bad actors know this, and they employ traditional social engineering methods to groom them into losing a lot of money.
The business of cybercriminality has boomed with all the new people getting into the space. A criminal business that sometimes targets you even after you've already been robbed.
Almost always the victims of crypto scams and theft will be contacted within days or weeks by another scammer pretending to be an advanced fee recovery agent. So they say, you pay me $5,000, $10,000 and I'll recover this stolen because I have the ability to do that. And then again, they start paying the money again. So they actually have repeat victimization.
Michael Roberts is the founder of Rexfield, a private sector investigative firm specializing in cybercrimes, law enforcement support, and even crypto asset recovery. He's been doing this work for decades, dating back to his early days working with Australia's equivalent of the CIA. If there's one big takeaway here, it's that you, the owner of the crypto, are the biggest risk when it comes to the crypto getting stolen. Michael says that's because the technology is pretty safe. It's how you're interacting with it that can make you a target and leave you broke. And the number of targets for crypto thieves is growing. A recent poll conducted by NBC News revealed that 25% of Americans have traded or used cryptocurrency. The numbers are even higher for men between the ages of 18 and 49. Here's a look at some less positive numbers. So how do you avoid being one of these next crime stats? To find out, I went straight to the FBI.
My name is Supervisory Special Agent Abelard. What I do is that I supervise a criminal squad that investigates federal crimes in the cyberspace. Yeah, the landscape has evolved, but I think some principles stay true, and one of those is the biggest factor is always a human factor. It's always the person behind it, and especially in crypto where there's no kind of central government authority or regulatory body that's overseeing it. In fact, you're like your own personal banker where you have to take that charge. And so I think there's no fail-safe built in, so the consumer has to take those steps themselves. Just like in the investment pool, buyer beware, do your homework, do your research. You have to know what you're getting into. Do your research on exchanges, on the coins that you're investing in, and also make sure you're going to trusted resources. Also, you have to ensure you keep your confidential information private, especially with crypto. Your seed phrase, your private key, do not take pictures on your phone. Always invest or always work with money that you're okay with losing. Don't give your life savings to someone, especially if you don't know who it is or why. Unlike credit card payments made with crypto, once you make it, you can't retract it. Instead of having your password be your mother's maiden name, make it the name of a song or something a little more difficult. All of those things, they may seem small and insignificant, but it can make a huge difference in who they target and how they can exploit you.
One more tip. Be careful about where you buy your crypto and look for exchanges with some additional security features.
The year of the scamming happened a few years ago. It was unprecedented amounts of scamming activity. And now we're seeing exchanges such as Luno they've created a software functionality using Chainalysis where they can actually alert their customers if they're sending to a scam. And that has had the effect of dramatically reducing the amount of money sent to scams from Luno, dramatically reducing it.
Kim is the director of data research at Chainalysis. It's a software tool used by companies and law enforcement agencies all over the world to better track and find criminal fingerprints on the blockchain.
Every decision you make and how you're going to transfer money on the blockchain signals something about what you know or don't know about the technology, and allows you to create a profile of who the bad actor may or may not be.
In the end, nothing beats good old-fashioned common sense. But when in doubt, ask someone reputable for help before you do anything that can get you into trouble.